Hey everybody, welcome to Regulatory Joe. I'm Joe Boyle, president of ClearFile, and on today's episode, we'll be discussing what the Columbus ruling and revised Plan Year 2027 timelines means for ACA issuers this year. So it's really important for all issuers to know that in a year of unique uncertainty, there's even more net new changes that are coming forth as a result of the delayed 2027 Plan Year NBPP. So let's talk about the CMS certification timeline. So looking back the past couple of months, we did see some state divisions of insurance alter, modify, move, and delay their form rate and binder filing deadlines, which issuers had never seen before in years past. CMS also revised several of the remaining Plan Year 27 certification deadlines. Rather than walk through every date, we'll put together the updated timeline on the screen here. Key thing for issuers is that final plan decisions now continue after the application closes, and several important deadlines are compressed now into September. What will be one of the most complex to harness is that final plan decisions will now continue after the application closes. And while we recognize we're sitting in August today, looking forward into September, we can already tell that those deadlines, both federal and state, will continue and start to overlap just ahead of enrollment. While we know that certification for open enrollment for issuers will arrive between October 6th and 7th this year, that still doesn't offer a lot of time, especially for internal operations such as call centers, to prepare for inbound members inquiring about their benefits upon enrollment, and especially after 1/1 when members start utilizing those claims. And the timeline isn't the only thing issuers are adjusting to. The Columbus ruling temporarily stayed 8 provisions of the 2027 Marketplace Rule while the case continues, including 3 that directly affect QHP filing work. Number 1, standard plan and non-standard plan options. The 2027 rule removed the requirement to offer standardized plans and the limit on how many non-standardized plans could be offered. The Columbus stay puts the prior requirements back in place for now. So if you built your Plan Year 27 portfolio assuming you could drop standardized plans or offer more non-standard plan options, those plans need to be revisited. So what we're seeing right now is an immediate reaction against the extension that CMS has generously allowed issuers to what I would call scramble to identify impacted plans that are now capped on those non-standard and standard plan limitations. On a similar topic to the standard and non-standard plan designs, if we really hone in on the metallic tiers, we can talk about bronze plan cost sharing. The 2027 rule allowed issuers to offer an additional bronze plan with a higher out-of-pocket maximum. The Columbus stay puts the prior cost sharing requirements back in place for now. So if you built the Plan Year 27 bronze plan around that additional flexibility, the plan design and related rate and actuarial work will need to be revisited. And what's really important about bronze plan cost sharing is we know that the bronze plan inherently is one of the most popular plans as it has one of the lowest plan premiums and the highest deductibles. So we do see a pattern of seemingly healthy individuals enrolling into a bronze plan. And when we really look into the utilization of such benefits or primary benefits like your maximum out-of-pocket and the ability to increase that amount, in coupled or versus the pricing of that plan, e.g. or the MLR, medical loss ratio, when the member incurs the claims, we can then understand that performance of that product. But specifically as it relates to Columbus versus Kennedy, as we make these changes, we have to work very closely with our actuarial partners, whether they're internal to an issuing organization or a third-party actuarial firm that manages your plan premium rates. Some of you may have sunset your implementation or your project management forums with all of your stakeholders. You definitely need to get that back up and running. Document, memorialize this pricing re-impact, and immediately apply it to your strategy for Plan Year 28. And finally, the third most key provision, the 2027 rule gave certain states using the federal marketplace more flexibility to conduct their own network adequacy and ECP reviews. The Columbus stay puts the prior federal review requirements back in place for now. So issuers need to confirm that their Plan Year 27 network and ECP submissions align with the review requirements currently in effect. So here's the big question. What should issuers be doing right now? Well, first and foremost, you should determine and evaluate exactly the number of plans by metallic tier or specifically by HIOS Plan ID and variant ID that are impacted by these changes. You could develop something as simple as a table or a mapping chart, or even could fit nicely in a Microsoft Word document if you don't have a centralized system where you house all of this work. to understand the plans and their benefits within your portfolio. So in order to execute all of this properly with the most little rework and seamless approvals possible, we need to assign accountable ownership. And here at ClearFile, we're big believers in accountability. We believe in one accountable owner per body of work, whether that's something as large as a plan and benefit template. We suggest one accountable owner, followed by one backup and or secondary approver, making sure that those changes that we just talked about, documented on your plan inventory, that have been sent from your product strategy team to your benefit configuration team, are accurately executed in all of those templates by owner. Don't just leave it with the PBT, but that goes for other documents such as your rate data template, your unified rate preview template, any justifications forms, network adequacy, ECP templates, and so on. So we can talk about the materials and the templates as one thing, but then also understanding where these plans are described in standardized places such as the SERFF system, the MPMS system, and other CMS modules where they may require administrative or clerical updates that may not be transferred over automatically from a filing during the plan transfer process from your state. Once all of these changes have been codified, reviewed, and approved through the objection review process, we recommend all issuers don't waste any time and ensure that your service center or call center operations has all of these required changes in the benefit portfolio that may have already been socialized at an earlier time. The last thing an issuer ever wants to do is field a call and answer a question incorrectly about a benefit, a change, or a plan that may have been available at one point that is no longer available, or vice versa due to the Columbus versus Kennedy change and the timeline change. We do know that, for example, enrollment this year will start on November 1st, 11/1, but the quality of the filings and the resubmissions will also, what we can anticipate and expect, result in a higher increase of member questions, inquiries, and volumes in any average inquiry call center. Thanks everybody again for listening in. Give us a like, give us a share, and we'll see you all next time.